I knew something was wrong the moment I saw my father's name flash across my phone. He never called, not unless he needed something, not unless the universe had tilted in some direction that somehow benefited him at my expense. I let it ring once, twice, a third time. Then I answered. His voice hit me like a cold metal door slamming shut. "We need to talk about the house." Just like that. No greeting, no hesitation. As if the home I spent a decade bleeding for, every extra shift, every canceled vacation, every silent night, was suddenly a shared asset written in invisible ink. I remember staring out the window at the place I bought brick by brick, my dream, my anchor, the one thing no one helped me build. "What about it?" I asked, keeping my tone flat. He exhaled sharply, the way he used to when I was 12 and he caught me doing something he didn't approve of. "We'll discuss it when I get there." He hung up. My stomach didn't drop, it calcified, because I already knew this wasn't about a conversation. This was a claim. A quiet, entitled attempt to walk into my life and rearrange the furniture as if he had ever lifted a damn finger to earn a single piece of it. And in that moment, standing alone in the hallway of the house I built, I felt something crack. Not fear, not anger, clarity. He arrived 20 minutes later, stepping inside like the place already belonged to him. No knock, no pause, just arrogance wrapped in familiarity. He looked around slowly, inspecting, evaluating, appraising. "This house," he said, tapping the banister with 2 fingers, "should have been bought in the family name, not just yours." There it was, the betrayal I'd felt simmering for years finally given shape. He wanted ownership, control, a piece of something he never sacrificed for. "You did well," he added, almost begrudgingly, "which means this house should support all of us. All of us." I almost laughed, because he never used us unless he wanted something. Growing up, us meant consequences. Us meant obligations. Us meant I owed him for existing. But this was different. He wasn't just asking. He was laying claim to the one place I had carved out of the world with my own hands. "I'm not having this conversation," I said. "You don't have a choice." He believed that. Truly, that was the part that stung the deepest. The emotional betrayal didn't come from the request. It came from the entitlement, the assumption that he still had authority over my life. Something shifted inside me then. A slow, controlled turn of the lock on a door I didn't know existed in my mind. I knew what I had to do. I didn't argue, I didn't raise my voice, I didn't explain what he was walking into. Instead, I nodded once, slow, cold. "All right," I said. "I'll handle it." He smirked, satisfied, already seeing himself living under my roof, dictating the rules of a home he never earned. What he didn't know, what he could never have known, was that I'd prepared for this moment long before he stepped foot in my doorway. Every document, every deed, every mortgage record, all in my name, all airtight. I spent the next 2 days gathering silent proof, phone calls, statements, confirmations. Not because I needed reassurance, I already knew the truth. I gathered them for him, for the moment he would realize he had no power left to steal. I behaved normally on the surface, quiet, neutral. Inside, a storm tightened into a single, precise point. No rage, just intention. He returned on Thursday, same entitled stride, same assumption that he was owed answers. "Well," he said. I handed him a folder, thin, deceptively simple. "What's this?" "Everything," I replied. He opened it. Mortgage entries, ownership paperwork, purchase verification, a notarized letter clarifying legal possession, mine and mine alone. His face drained. The shift was subtle at first, confusion, then disbelief, then panic blooming behind his eyes. "You didn't include me?" he whispered. "No," I said. You bought this house without considering, I bought this house, I cut in, because no one ever considered me. Silence swallowed the room. He looked small for the first time in my life. He tried to speak. I raised a hand. This house is not yours, I said quietly. Not legally, not morally, not by blood. Every word landed like a pin dropped in an empty room. You don't get to arrive decades late and claim ownership of the life I built. He opened his mouth again, but no words came. That feeling you have right now, I added, that shock, that's what it feels like when the illusion breaks. I stepped back, giving him space. Leave the key on the table. He hesitated. Now. He placed it down, hands shaking, eyes burning with a humiliation he couldn't hide. He walked out without another word, and for once, I didn't follow him with the regret of a son. The house was silent after he left. Not empty, just honest. Every wall felt lighter, every breath cleaner. I didn't feel victorious, not triumphant, just awake. I had spent my whole life believing I owed him something, but the truth was simple. He came for what wasn't his, and he left with nothing. My final thought was calm, almost eerily so. Some people don't lose you, they just get revealed. And once they are, you never let them in again. Every wall felt lighter, every breath cleaner.